Timeout with Jason Salas.
Half a day in, everybody, and welcome back to Timeout. Now, this is, of course, the part of the program where we tell you everything about the Guamanian athlete, and it's kind of a melancholy note that we come to you tonight because exactly a week ago tonight, 3 days before Christmas, the legendary Guam volleyball coach Blain Afaisen passed away, and he left us. Now, I have here some of his very, very dear friends and three people who knew him very well for many, many years. Bobbie Quinata, of course, everybody knows her from as the head coach of the GW Girls and Geckos volleyball team. Jim Reyes, a member of Guam's basketball or volleyball and baseball communities, knew Blain for many, many years. We'll get into how. And then Shelly Cruz, who of course played for Blain for many years as a member of the University of Guam Tritons and of the Team Guam national team. So thanks so much for joining me, guys. It's a very somber occasion while we're here, but we come to celebrate the man's life and remember everything he did for the Guam athletic community. So Bobbie, why don't you start? How did you meet Blain and what was your relationship with him?
Well, when I first met Blain is when we first moved back from the mainland. My father was in the service, so was Blaine's. But Blain was here before us, and they used to, when I met him was at Inarahan Junior High at the time, middle school, and then they were saying, oh, there's the Afaisen rich kids with the Duenas girls, rich kids, because, you know, they were the new kids on the block. That's how I knew him, and then we were introduced to the game of volleyball. We didn't know how to play, so Blain nurtured that because he was really involved in Inarahan Recreational Center. He was running that the center at a very young age, so that's where he got us all going, and all my sisters played under Blain.
Mm-hmm. Now, Jim, you actually met Blain when you were very, very young, and then wound up coaching with him as you became an adult.
Right. Actually, he was my coach when I was in high school at Inarahan High School at the time. And really, he gave me just about all the skills I know in volleyball, and also in terms of coaching as well. That's where I learned the ropes of coaching volleyball.
Mm-hmm. Now, Shelly, one thing that a lot of people can agree on was that, not to put you on the spot, but if Blain did have like one superstar player who he was most proud of, it probably would be you, because you were a leader of his team, and you were such an example as to the style of coaching he had, and almost like a player coach on the court. What was your relationship with Blain?
Well, that was many, many moons ago. But my relationship with him was real good. He's a very inspiring coach. Now, there's one thing that he liked to instill in people and his players is to make sure that no matter what you go through, just to give back to the community. Mm-hmm. So whether it be coaching or assisting or helping with officiating, just give back to the volleyball community.
Mm-hmm. Now, for a lot of people that may be fair weather fans of the game, maybe they pass by some village tournaments, or they pass by UOG occasionally, and they saw a bunch of us playing volleyball. Blain was always a real happy guy in the court. He could be very, very intense. But for people that may not have known the man, what would you say, Shelly, was what was the essence of Blain's personality?
Very lively. He's very lively, and he really sticks out because he's inspiring no matter where. He's on the court, he's inspiring. As a coach, he's inspiring. But beyond all of that, number one, he's a really good educator. Mm-hmm. So
all right, Jim, what would you say?
Honestly, he treated you as family. Whether it was at his home in Baza Gardens, and we would have, after a tournament, we'd go up there and we'd still have a barbecue and a gathering, or just to shoot the breeze, we'd still get together and have a good time with everyone.
Mm-hmm. All right, Bobbie, you of course snapped his very legendary, was it 32 game winning streak? Yes. When he coached at ND and you were over at GW. So how did that feel to actually dethrone someone who was a mentor to you?
No, it wasn't anything like that. It was just like, that was probably the luck of the draw, because that was like my first year coaching, but at a school by myself. Blain was the one who molded that passion. He took me to Notre Dame. 1 year I coached Notre Dame. And then the following year I said, well, Blain, GW asked me to coach, I'm going to go there. He goes, go there, and then you will know what it's like to run a team of your own. So I did, and then when we beat Notre Dame, I was so nervous walking into that gym. I said, oh my God, there's my mentor. He's going to kill me. It was just, I didn't know what to expect. So, but when we snapped that winning streak, he just came up to me and goes, it just had to be you. But if there's anybody, it'd be you. So I said, well, I thanked him for mentoring me and mentoring the passion. And to this day, I've been coaching 30 years. And 25 of those years was at GW.
Oh, exactly. I guess if you're going to lose to anybody, you might as well lose to a friend, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay, so we got a last question, then we got to go to commercial break. We'll start with Shelly. Give me one word that would best define what Blain Afaisen has meant to the Guam athletic community?
One word I would say would be very moving. Very moving.
All right, Jim, one word to describe Blain Afaisen to your life and to the Guam athletic community.
Motivating.
And Bobbie?
Inspiring.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing your memories of Blain. I know everybody here is going to miss him, but all of us, like I said, we celebrate the man's life, and we're so grateful to everything he did, not only to those of us that got involved with sports, but just, as a Guamanian, because a truly, truly great guy. All right. Thank you all. And stay tuned, because we will be back right after this. Blain, we miss you. Thank you for everything. Rest in peace.
Timeout with Jason Salas.